Semantic molecules. Cliff Goddard. This paper explains and explores the concept of semantic molecules in the NSM methodology of semantic analysis. A semantic molecule is a complex lexical meaning which functions as an intermediate unit in the structure of other, more complex concepts. The paper undertakes an overview of different kinds of semantic molecule, showing how they enter into more complex meanings and how they themselves can be explicated. It shows that 4 levels of nesting of molecules within molecules are attested, and it argues that while some molecules, such as hands and make, may well be language universal, many others are language specific. Cliff Goddard is a prominent professor of linguistics, widely recognized for his work at the intersection of language, meaning, and culture. His primary contribution is his extensive work on the Natural Semantic Metalanguage NSM framework, developed in partnership with Anna Weisbika. This framework aims to identify a small set of universal, simple, and cross-translatable word semantic primes that can be used to explicate more complex meanings across different languages and cultures, helping to overcome ethnocentrism in linguistic analysis. Goddard has also applied and advocated for a minimal language approach, which stems from NSM findings, to create clear, accessible, and easily translatable communication. His research interests encompass theoretical and descriptive semantics, language description and typology, ethnopragmatics, intercultural communication, and Australian English. Cliff Goddard was born on December 5, 1953, in Canberra, Australia. He completed his Bachelor of Arts Honsai in 1976 and his Doctor of Philosophy in 1983, both at the Australian National University. In the 1980s, he undertook documentation and analysis of the Pidgin-Jutjara and Yankuni-Jatjara dialects of the Western Desert language in Central Australia. Goddard, Cliff. 1985. A Grammar of Yankuni-Jatjara. Alice Springs, Institute for Aboriginal Development. Published early in his career, this seminal work represents Cliff Goddard's deep engagement with Indigenous Australian languages, specifically the Yankuni-Jatjara dialect of the Western Desert language. Based directly on his extensive doctoral research and fieldwork conducted in Central Australia, the book provides a meticulous and comprehensive grammatical analysis of Yankuni-Jatjara. It meticulously details the phonology, morphology, and syntax of the language, offering invaluable insights into its complex structures, including its intricate case marking system and verbal inflections. This grammar quickly became a foundational reference for linguists and anthropologists studying Australian Aboriginal languages, contributing significantly to the documentation and understanding of a language spoken by a vibrant Indigenous community. Its systematic approach and detailed descriptions laid the groundwork for further research into the semantics and pragmatics of Yankuni-Jatjara, demonstrating Goddard's early commitment to rigorous linguistic description and his respect for the languages of the region. Goddard, Cliff. 1992. Pidgin-Jutjara Yankuni-Jatjara to English Dictionary. Alice Springs, IAD Press. Further solidifying his commitment to the documentation and preservation of Indigenous Australian languages, Cliff Goddard compiled this crucial bilingual dictionary. Focusing on the closely related Pidgin-Jutjara and Yankuni-Jatjara dialects of the Western Desert language, the dictionary provides a vital resource for both linguists and the communities themselves. It meticulously lists vocabulary entries, offering English translations and, often, contextual usage notes that capture the nuances of meaning. Beyond a simple word list, this dictionary reflects Goddard's profound understanding of the cultural contexts in which these words are used, making it an indispensable tool for language learners, researchers, and anyone engaging with the Western Desert language. Goddard, Cliff and Weisbika, Anna, eds. 1994. Semantic and Lexical Universals, Theory and Empirical Findings. Amsterdam, John Benjamins. Another pivotal collaboration with Anna Weisbeke, this edited volume presents foundational theoretical arguments and empirical evidence supporting the existence of semantic and lexical universals. The book showcases early applications and elaborations of the natural semantic metalanguage NSM framework, presenting findings from studies across a wide array of languages. It provides compelling arguments for the possibility of identifying a small, universal set of semantic primes that serve as the bedrock of human meaning. Goddard, Cliff 1998. Semantic Analysis, A Practical Introduction. Oxford, Oxford University Press. This book serves as an accessible and practical introduction to the principles and methods of semantic analysis, with a strong emphasis on the natural semantic metalanguage NSM approach. Cliff Goddard guides readers through the process of breaking down complex meanings into simpler, universal components, providing clear explanations and numerous examples. Goddard, Cliff and Weisbeke, Anna, eds. 2002. Meaning and Universal Grammar, Theory and Empirical Findings. Amsterdam, Philadelphia, John Benjamins. Co-edited with Anna Weisbeke, this volume presents a collection of theoretical discussions and empirical studies that contribute to the ongoing debate about universal grammar, specifically focusing on the semantic dimension. The book rigorously explores the claim that there exist universal, indefinable semantic primes that form the basis of all human thought and communication, irrespective of the specific language spoken. Through diverse linguistic examples, the contributors demonstrate how these semantic universals can be identified and utilized to provide a robust foundation for cross-linguistic semantic analysis, pushing the boundaries of what is considered universal in language. Goddard, Cliff 2005. The Languages of East and Southeast Asia, An Introduction. Oxford, Oxford University Press. This introductory textbook offers a comprehensive overview of the linguistic landscape of East and Southeast Asia, a region characterized by immense linguistic diversity. Cliff Goddard guides readers through the major language families and their typological features, discussing phonology, morphology, syntax, and semantics. While not exclusively focused on the natural semantic metalanguage, the book incorporates insights from his broader semantic research to provide a richer understanding of how meaning is encoded in these languages. Goddard, Cliff, ed. 2006. Ethnopragmatics, Understanding Discourse in Cultural Context. Berlin, Mouton de Gruyter. In this edited volume, Cliff Goddard focuses on the field of ethnopragmatics, which investigates how language is used in specific cultural contexts to achieve communicative goals. The book emphasizes the crucial role of cultural values, beliefs, and practices in shaping discourse patterns and interpreting utterances. Contributions within the volume employ the natural semantic metalanguage NSM to explicate culturally sensitive concepts and speech acts, demonstrating how an understanding of underlying semantic components can illuminate cross-cultural differences in communication styles and potential for misunderstanding. Goddard, Cliff, ed. 2008. Cross-linguistic semantics. Amsterdam, John Benjamins. As editor, Cliff Goddard curated this collection of essays that further explore the terrain of cross-linguistic semantics, primarily through the lens of the natural semantic metalanguage NSM framework. The book brings together various studies that apply the NSM approach to analyze semantic phenomena across a wide range of languages. Each contribution showcases how universal semantic primes can be used as a tool to describe and compare meanings in different linguistic systems, revealing both commonalities and culturally specific nuances. This volume serves to consolidate and expand the empirical evidence for the NSM framework's utility in linguistic typology and the comparative study of meaning. Goddard, Cliff. 2011. Semantic Analysis, A Practical Introduction. Revised 2nd edition. Oxford, Oxford University Press. This second, revised edition of Semantic Analysis, A Practical Introduction demonstrates Cliff Goddard's continued dedication to making complex semantic concepts accessible and applicable. Building upon the success of the widely acclaimed first edition 1998, this updated version refines and expands on the foundational principles of semantic analysis, with an unwavering focus on the natural semantic metalanguage NSM approach. Goddard guides readers through the practical steps of decomposing intricate meanings into simpler, universal components, providing enriched examples and updated theoretical insights. The revision likely incorporates new empirical findings and addresses refinements in the NSM framework that emerged in the years since the first publication. This edition continues to serve as an invaluable pedagogical tool, empowering students and researchers to perform their own rigorous semantic analyses across a diverse range of linguistic phenomena, from individual words to more complex grammatical constructions and cultural scripts. It reinforces its status as a cornerstone text for anyone seeking a comprehensive and hands-on understanding of NSM. Cliff Goddard and Anna Weisbika 2013. Words and Meanings, Lexical Semantics Across Domains, Languages, and Cultures. Oxford University Press. This collaborative work, co-authored with Anna Weisbika, stands as a capstone in the development and application of the natural semantic metalanguage NSM approach to lexical semantics. The book delves deeply into how meanings are structured in words across diverse domains, languages, and cultural contexts. It showcases the explanatory power of semantic primes in elucidating complex concepts, demonstrating how seemingly disparate meanings can be broken down into universal, self-explanatory components. Through numerous examples, it argues for the existence of fundamental, innate human concepts that transcend linguistic and cultural boundaries, offering a robust framework for cross-cultural communication and understanding of human thought. Goddard, Cliff, ed. 2013. Semantics and in Social Cognition. Special issue of Australian Journal of Linguistics 33-3. As the editor of this special issue of the Australian Journal of Linguistics, Cliff Goddard brought together a collection of papers that explore the intriguing and complex relationship between semantics and social cognition. This volume delves into how meaning is not merely a linguistic construct but is deeply intertwined with human thought processes, social interaction, and cultural understanding. The contributions within the issue likely investigate how semantic concepts are processed, stored, and retrieved in the mind, and how shared social knowledge influences the interpretation and construction of meaning in discourse. This collection underscores Goddard's broader intellectual curiosity beyond pure linguistic semantics, venturing into the cognitive and social dimensions that shape how humans understand and use language in real-world contexts, reflecting a holistic view of meaning-making. Goddard, Cliff. 2018. 10 Lectures on Natural Semantic Metalanguage, Exploring Language, Thought and Culture Using Simple, Translatable Words. Brill. This pivotal work by Cliff Goddard offers a comprehensive and in-depth exploration of the natural semantic metalanguage NSM framework through a series of 10 focused lectures. The book systematically unpacks the theoretical underpinnings, methodological principles, and vast empirical findings of NSM, demonstrating its power as a tool for understanding the intricate connections between language, human thought, and diverse cultures. Goddard guides the reader through the identification and application of semantic primes, a small set of universal, indefinable words to explicate complex meanings across various linguistic and cultural domains. Each lecture likely builds upon the last, providing a cumulative understanding of how NSM can reveal shared human conceptual structures while also shedding light on cultural specificities. Goddard, Cliff, ed. 2018. Minimal English for a Global World, Improved Communication Using Fewer Words. Palgrave. In this insightful edited collection, Cliff Goddard turns his attention to the practical application of semantic insights for fostering improved global communication, introducing and championing the concept of minimal English. Building directly on the principles of the natural semantic metalanguage NSM framework, minimal English is an approach that advocates for using a carefully selected, simplified vocabulary and grammar derived from semantic primes. The book presents various contributions that explore how this streamlined form of English can enhance clarity, reduce ambiguity, and facilitate more effective communication across linguistic and cultural barriers, particularly in contexts where English is used as a lingua franca. It argues that by adhering to a core set of universal semantic concepts and simplifying linguistic expression, misunderstandings can be minimized, and messages can be conveyed more directly and universally. Proceedings of the 2002 Conference of the Australian Linguistic Society 1. Yes or no: the complex semantics of a simple question. Cliff Goddard. Es erst and mich nur, Jaund nie nicht auf der Liste zu finden. Ich dachte, das braucht man in jeder Sprache. It only surprised me not to find yes and no on the list of universal semantic primes. I thought this was something one needed in any language. Nordenstam 2001, 12. Notes. Professor Cliff Goddard. Unstaff. University of New England. December 5, 2008. Archived from the original on February 13, 2011. Retrieved September 14, 2010. Shelley, Andrea Cesofferer, Dietmar 2007. Ontolinguistics, How Ontological Status Shapes the Linguistic Coding of Concepts. Mouton de Gruyter. p. 460. ISBN 978-3-11-018997-1. Senft, Günter, Ostman, Janola, Verschweren, JEF, eds. 2009. Culture and Language Use. John Benjamins. ISBN 978-90-272-0779-1. Fellow Profile. Australian Academy of the Humanities, retrieved May 28, 2024.